All right, guys, we are back for another Mommy Motivation Monday. So if this is your first time here, my name is Gabriela, go by Bree, and I just hop on here every Monday and try to give my ladies some motivation to get through the week and to know that you are amazing, you are a blessing, you are the reason that the world turns, mama. So as you guys know, we always start off with a cute little quote, to get you guys through the week. So our quote for this week says, "You're like a gray sky. You're beautiful even though you don't want to be." And oh my gosh, man. Let me just say that, when I was scrolling, because I always go on Google and find quotes to put on here, just to give you guys that motivation to you can make it through. I seen this quote and I was like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful quote. So, gray skies are so beautiful if you ever look at them for real. But they're so dreary because that rain and dark comes after it. So this quote just, it really touched me because last week was a rough week. I don't know if y'all had a rough week, but I had a couple of times where I was just oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? What in the world is the problem, right? But of course, as a mom, you just get up, get over it, do your thing, because that's just part of being a parent, right? You do what you gotta do. And I was so just stressed and tired and drained. And I literally felt so just ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Every part of me felt unattractive. And I was like, okay, you know what? I gotta do something. Because I don't want to spend my life just being mom and allowing that to take over, right? So it's, gosh, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about all the things. So I planned out my week, right? And I'm a big planner because I feel when I plan my weeks, they go so much better. Because I know, okay, I do this. And for those of you who don't know, I am on Bigo. My name is Mrs. Bree, MRSBREE on there. And it's basically an app that you can go live. It's a content creating app. And I signed a contract. So I do 30 hours a month. And I also work at the school 40 hours a week. Plus, I do 12 hours a week at Logan's as a server. So, I was sitting there and I was writing down my schedule to make sure that I get my Bigo hours in, make sure that I include the fact that I do have to work, gotta work my regular job. Then on top of that, I was also can't forget that I gotta factor in my Logan's. Then I have birthday parties plus Christopher's football banquet this weekend. And I'm bro, when do I get time to be just me? Not a mom, not a wife, just a woman. Just Bree as a woman. And as I'm sitting here, I'm bro, what in the world? So, I'm looking at my schedule because I write it in my little calendar planner. I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm oh my gosh. I literally have no time to myself whatsoever. And it drives me up a wall. Don't get me wrong. I love being a wife. Absolutely love my husband, who is currently having a breakdown because the Cowboys lost. Now, mind y'all, I make these on Sunday nights. So my husband is completely melting down in the other room and I'm recording the podcast. But sometimes I just want to be Bree. I don't want to be a wife. I don't want to be a mom. I just want to be me. And I want you guys to know, don't ever be shamed for wanting to be more than just mom. I feel people be looking at moms and they're oh, another weekend without your kid. Oh, so I see you're going out again. Girl, Monday through Friday, I am up. I get my kid up. I get my kid dressed. I pack lunch. I then get us both in the car and get us both to school and work on time. I pick him up. I take him to workouts. I do this. I do that. I do whatever my kid possibly needs me to do. So if I choose to go out every single Saturday, guess what? That is my business. Because every single day of the week, 24/7, I am a mother. I am taking care of my kid. I'm making sure my kid is okay. If I'm not taking care of my kid, I'm working. You know what I mean? Like, period. So to all of those Karen moms out there who keep saying, oh my God, every week you're out without your kid. Girl, yes, Karen. Yes, I am out without my kid. Because you know what? My kid gets every single part of me, and I give my kid the best version of me. But in order to give my kid the best version of me, I have to have time for myself. Like, literally, okay, so I have friends who are like, oh my God, my kids are my life. I spend every day with my kids. Like, girl, my kid is my life too. But that doesn't mean I don't need a break. That does not mean that I don't need time to go and get drunk without my kid being stuck to my butt. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Christopher. I love spending time with Christopher. I love going to the park with Christopher. I love doing everything with Christopher. But that does not mean that every single day of my life, I want to have him stuck up my behind. Like, no, homeboy. Sometimes you need to go find somebody to play with, and I need to go find a drink. I need to go find the best freaking drink that there is for me to find. Because at the end of the day, I am always a mother. I'm a mother first every single time. Point blank and the period. I have been a mother since my son was born in 2015. And I was a single mother up until my son turned 6. Because I got married and my husband left. And so I was still a single mother taking care of my kid. Like, I am allowed to be a woman and a mother. And being one at one time and one at another does not make me less of either one. And I feel like I want all moms to hear me when I say that. Just because you choose to be a woman, you choose to be a person outside of being a mother or a wife, does not mean that you are failing as a mother. Right? Like, that is literally why I picked this quote. Because gray skies are seen as beautiful but dark and dreary, right? Gray skies don't mean to be beautiful. So when this says you're like a gray sky, you're beautiful even though you don't want to be, as a mother, people, like men especially, but people in general, and even those Karen moms out there, don't understand how hard it is to be beautiful after feeling like you're not. Like, when you have a kid, first of all, you get fat because you gotta grow to hold this baby in there. Then you have the baby and you're still fat after you have the baby because you don't just drop weight like that. And then you gotta breastfeed, so you gotta be up in the middle of the night. If you're not breastfeeding, you gotta wake up in the middle of the night to make bottles. Like, you literally don't even mean to, but you let yourself go because you're just focused on being a parent. Like, you got this newborn baby that's crying and screaming, and if you got more than one kid, God bless you, okay? Because me and my husband are trying to have a kid, and I sit here all the time, and I'm like, bro, I want another baby so bad, but I sit there and I'm like, I am literally sometimes losing my mind off of having to do everything for my son and for my husband. What am I going to do when I have a newborn? Because now I'm going to have a newborn baby that is going to need my tit all the time so that they can eat and survive. And I'm going to have a 7-year-old who just needs my attention because he's a mama's boy. Then I have a grown husband who's 32 who needs my attention because he just be going through stuff. And I literally, like, if you have multiple kids, shout out to you, okay? More power to you, mama, because I literally send myself into a panic attack just thinking about it. Like, I just sitting here like, oh my God. We're really getting ready to try to have another baby, and I'm going to have 15 people that need me. Like, what in the world, right? So, like, literally, sometimes you don't feel beautiful, you know? Especially if you were like me. Prior to my son, I dressed up. Like, I didn't do makeup a lot, but I stayed dressed. Now, I'm always trying to buy him the newest clothes. So, like, I rarely shop for myself. And when I do, I feel guilty because I'm like, dang, I got to spend that money towards him, right? Like, do y'all be feeling like that, mama? Because I be feeling that way. So it's like, I don't feel beautiful sometimes because I don't do my hair, I don't do my makeup, I don't get dressed up. Like, I literally am just existing. I get dressed nice enough to go to work. I make sure my son has whatever he could possibly need to look good for school. And then there I am. And I just be sitting there like, this is it. This is what comes with being a parent. And then, like I said, you got the Karen moms who are over here like, oh my God, how dare you complain about having a child that you wanted. Girl, I'm not complaining about having my child. I love my child. But just because I love my child doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to love myself, and does not mean that I'm not allowed to get overwhelmed. And I think that that's the thing with moms, is that we feel so bad when we get overwhelmed because it's like, oh, well, this is my baby. Like, I have this baby. Like, girl, yeah, congratulations, you have that baby. But guess what? Raising kids is freaking hard. And it also did not come with any type of manual. Like, it's not like God gave us these kids and then said, here's a manual. This is how you do it. This is what you need to do if you want to have this baby in tip-top shape. Bam, call me later. Like, that's not what God said. You know what God said? Here, for this child you have prayed, I have given. Right? So now we got this baby, and now we all sitting there like, okay, stink, love you. Like, and it just frustrates me so much. Like, I'm sorry to be on here venting, but like, literally, I tell y'all all the time, my Motivation Monday is to give y'all motivation and to let y'all know that this is a judgment-free zone, okay? So when you come on here, you may hear a couple cuss words. You may hear a little bit of, you know what, this is some bullshit, because life and being a parent and being a wife can be bullshit, period. And you can love the bullshit. You can love the madness and still think that it's bullshit. Because I love my madness. Love my husband. We argue every day, but that's my best friend. Wouldn't trade him for the world. Love my son. That is my homie. Want to choke him out every 5 minutes. Because he talks back and he stresses me out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't feel bad. Period. That is the whole point of what, like, I want y'all to realize in this My Motivation Monday. Is like, don't feel bad that sometimes you want to punch your kid in the face, because sometimes that's just how it is. I mean, feel bad if you do punch your kid in the face, because you should never punch your kid in the face. But if you are looking at your kid and you're like, bro, I just want to so bad. Like, I just want to shake you one good time. I feel you. Literally feel you from the depths of my soul. I feel you. Because sometimes Christopher does stuff and I just be like, there's no way that you think this is okay. Like, there's absolutely no way that you can think this is okay. But you know what? He does think it's okay. And I'll just be sitting there like, wow, you really think that this is okay? You are really doing this to me. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I just had to go on a venting session because, like, I am literally so tired. Like, today at church, I yawned and I told my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And she was like, yeah, I bet. Like, between being a mother, between being a wife, and working 2 jobs, like, I would be tired too. And as she said that, I was sitting there and I was like, no lie, bro. Like, I am literally a wife. I am a mother. And I work 2 jobs. And now I'm about to start tutoring. Plus, I am doing my content thing. So, literally, everything that I am trying to do is so stressful. It's so draining. It requires so much energy, so much time. Right? And I never make time to go get my nails and toes done anymore, or go get my hair done, or go out to, like, eat or something. Like, I literally don't do anything besides go to work, come home from work, make sure my husband is okay, make sure he doesn't need anything, make sure my son is okay, make sure he doesn't need anything, do my schoolwork, record for my content, and then record my podcast. That is literally the extent. And, like, I love my podcast and I love making content, but those are still jobs. So I'm never really, like, resting. I'm literally trying to work on my 3rd book to publish, and I don't have time because I literally cannot find time to do anything. And then I have these moments where I'm just like, bro, there's no way this is going to be my life. Gosh. So, after my vent session, mommies, I'm so sorry. I hope you guys do have some motivation from this. I hope that you guys are feeling happy. I hope that you guys are smiling. I hope that you, like, listen to this and get at least a couple of laughs to get you through the week. Because you know what? Sometimes life is hard. Life freaking sucks. And that's just the way it goes. That is the way that the tables turn. But know that I love you guys, okay? I love you guys so much. I thank you guys so much for supporting me. I know that I only posted one Mommy Motivation Monday this month. Times have just been really hard, and I promise that I will start posting every Monday again, because I had someone tell me, like, girl, I need that. Like, I need those laughs. I need those smiles. I need to hear your voice telling me that it's going to be okay. And I know that you guys need that. So even on my hard days, even on my stressful days, even on my weekdays, I'm going to hop on here, because you know what? Y'all deserve that. And we all need somebody. And I want to be y'all somebody. I want to be that person that you guys can turn to and listen to this podcast and say, like, Bree's so crazy. But, like, she gave me some encouragement. She reminded me that life keeps going. And I'm going to be okay. And it may not look like it right now. Trust me. If nobody understands depression and postpartum depression and mommy depression, I understand. To be a mom and to battle bipolar disorder plus depression and anxiety, I lose my mind. But I literally keep going, because I have the cutest little kid that is looking at me, telling me I'm amazing, telling me I am the best mother ever. Literally looked at me the other day and said, Mom, you are so beautiful. I'm so lucky to have you as a mommy. And I wanted to cry, because, wow, you feel that way, and I literally feel like I'm failing him every day. So listen, mommies, I love you guys. Your babies love you guys. You are the most loved woman in this world, okay? You are a superhero. Girl, live in it, walk in it. Be proud of where you are right now. Be proud of the woman that you are. You are working so hard, and I'm so proud, and I love it so much. Because no matter how hard it gets, no matter how stressed out you get, you wake up, you do your thing, you take care of your babies, and that's all you can do, mama. Take care of your babies and make sure that you are good. Don't allow Karen to tell you, oh, well, you need to be with your child. Live your life. Our babies grow up. Our babies leave the house. They go start their own lives. Don't spend the entire 18 years that you have with this child so centered on this child. You still have to live outside of your child. And I promise you, it will help you mentally, which in turn will help your children mentally, and it will show them that it's possible to still live life and be an amazing freaking parent. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mommy Motivation Mondays. I love you guys so much, and I so appreciate the support. I promise that from this day forth, I will definitely post every Monday, because I know that you ladies need it, and I need this because it's a vent session for me. It's fun for me. It's free time for me, and we all need a little encouragement to get us through the week. So I hope that you all have a great week. I hope that you remember that you are loved, you are blessed, and that you are rocking the mom thing, okay? If you need that extra motivation, please replay this podcast over and over and over again until you feel like you got what you needed. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys next Monday on another episode of Mommy Motivation Monday. All right, have a great week. I love you guys. Peace out.